Hi everyone, welcome back to Mom and Jess Moment Talk Show. So this is the very last episode for the 4 Ds of successful living. We have treated episodes like Dare to Dream Big, a sense of self-discipline, diligence, dedication. So we've looked at all these D's and the way they could help us, these 10 D's, and the way they could help us in achieving a successful living, especially as we're just starting. It's still the onset of the year 2023. Glory to God. So on the very last episode, we're taking the last topic, which is self-development, the essence of self-development in successful living. Just before we get right into the discussion, if you're new on this channel, please, you're welcome. Remember to subscribe to our channel to keep you in line of subsequent episodes to come. And for returning viewers, you're welcome, and you're free and to drop your comments, contributions, questions with regards to our little discussion on this episode. So then again, going back to our discussion on self-development, as we've been speaking about successful living, I've always said, and I believe that success is relative. It depends on what you define success for. What you term success for might be different from what I term success to be. So it depends on the goals we have set for ourselves for the year in order to achieve whatever result we aim to, we're looking forward to. And with this regards, I believe that in whatever goal we have set, it's important that we learn to, develop ourselves. There's often a saying that it's good for one to be open to learning, unlearning, and relearning. There are certain habits, certain lifestyles that probably we've adapted to, probably due to the exposure of family orientation we must have grown up in, or the environment we find ourselves. But there's always room for relearning, there's always room for unlearning, and there's also room for learning. So that being said, I just want to give us a few tips on how we can, start seeking our journey of self-development, development in the sense that we might desire to go for a training, a hard skill or soft skill in the sense that, probably learning something on computer wares, I'm learning public speaking, content creation, and all of that. We can take in for coaching. There's been a lot of coaching, untrained coaching this beginning of this year in January. I've been seeing some. I see even for free. Some you have to register and pay some amount of money. Nonetheless, whichever route you wish to take, there's always something to learn from different expertise and fields of study. We can never know everything. So when we're open to learning, it also expands our knowledge and information that could help us in our growth, spiritually, academically, and otherwise. So with that being said, I would also love for us to understand that there are things we refer to as hard skills. Hard skills could be things like, learning how to cook, varieties of food, learning how to do the beauty makeup, learning how to weave, learning how to braid, learning how to sew. And, these things, as much as, I remember back then when in the university, there was a period the university went on strike, and my dad kept insisting we go learn how to sew. And then our minds then were just seeing the sewing thing as probably, should I use the word, a poor man's business. But today, learning how to sew is in demand, is a hot skill. I mean, for a lady or a guy that knows how to sew, is an advantage to the person, because you can just stroll out, get your fabric, and sew something nice for yourself. I often admire friends. I have quite a number of friends that do sew, and I often admire them a lot because they not only make money out of it, or see it as a side hustle, they also, take care of their clothing, their fabrics. They can wear or sew whatever they like. So honestly, it's important for us to make room, to learn a new skill, learn a new hobby out of that which you have known. It could be public speaking skills, if that is what you're good at, or if you just want to go out of your comfort zone. There's nothing there in learning how to probably beauty makeup, how to make up. We never know where we'll find ourselves tomorrow. That we'll have people to make our hair around us easily. Tomorrow we might find ourselves overseas where making hair, the prices are quite ridiculous, and trying to get yourself, made up for probably an occasion, their prices could be ridiculous as well. And things like even baking, learning how to decorate your cakes. I know friends that started such things just like humble beginnings, and today they are very good in it, and supplying people for birthdays, weddings, and the list goes on. So whatever we feel like it's good and sits well with us, whatever tickles our fancy, there's no harm in just taking out some time. It could be 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or a month, and then sacrifice and commit to it. So for self-development, there are very important steps we need to take in order to develop probably a certain skill we want to learn. Steps like being committed and being accountable. Say for instance, you want to book in for a makeup skill. If you want to learn like how to learn how to do the makeup, the eyebrows, the lashes, I'm just giving an instance. You can take like a month, you book with a beautician, probably come in once or twice in a week, and then by the end of that month probably you're done learning it. If you're very fast in picking up, these are little skills I said I will probably this I said them I actually said them as part of my skills to learn, because I just want to stretch out of my comfort zone. It will do no one any harm to learn one or two skills here and there. Another skills I put in my vision to learn, which I feel like maybe there's somebody out there, lady, that might consider it, is learning how to cook varieties of food. Because generally I'm a very basic person, probably because I feel like I don't have so much time in cooking varieties, and I'm not really a kitchen person. There are people that enjoy cooking, like it's fun for them to cook. I wouldn't say it's fun for me to cook. I prefer to wash, clean, iron, and all of that. But this year I made it I put it down, and I'm going to be intentional. In fact, I've already started. Sometime last week I reached out to a friend. I didn't mind even paying her some amount of money to get the ingredients, and then let's make the soup together, a particular type of soup. I will share the video with you guys later in the week as one of our vlog. I learned how to make bitter leaf soup, and this is not because I don't know how to make it, because actually one of our favorite native soup. But I just showed that this particular friend is good in making bitter leaf soup, like has this so I had to like bring out time. I went to her place. We started from how to boil the meat and all that. I took record, I wrote them down, and I got ingredients for myself as well. I'm looking forward to making something very similar to what we actually cooked. So there are skills we could actually make out time. It's just that sometimes we feel like we are too busy, and as much as we are busy pursuing all that we're doing in life, I think it's good for us to also find time to add to what we know already. Things that are even outside our field of interest. Just take joy in learning them. So I said, number one, be committed if you want to develop yourself. Number two, be accountable. Number three, be positive about learning it, no matter how difficult it might seem, no matter how hectic it might be with probably your hectic work schedule. Make out time to devote into it. And believe me, by the end of the day, you'll see that you have picked up this thing. It could be registering for a course, maybe a 3-year course, a 2-year course, an online program, whatever the case might be, whatever suits your fancy, whatever you feel like you've been desiring to do. There's always a step. Take one step, and then before you know it, you're going with it. Just make sure you're committed, you're accountable, you're enjoying the journey, you're positive about it, regardless of probably distractions that might come in. So it's important that as we do all these things, we also trust God to help us to achieve all that we wish to, and to find ourselves developing spiritually, maturely, academically, whatever way we want to. It takes our desire, it takes our dedication, it takes our commitment, it takes our diligence, it takes discipline, it takes all that we have been treated all this while. So need I say more? I don't think I have any more to tell you or share with you guys. I just want to make this video very short and sweet, and I hope I've passed my message. So before the year 2020 2023 wraps up the first quarter of the 2023, I want to encourage someone, pick a new skill, find something to add to, probably the vast knowledge you already have. It won't do you no harm. Just think about something you just want to do and begin to learn it and begin to make time for it. And as you do that, I would like for you to thank me later. So on this note, we end this episode. Please, before you log out, remember to subscribe to this channel if you haven't. Share with a friend or two to learn, to also be encouraged to learn one or two things. It's the year 2023 and we're about to wrap up the month January, so it's not too late. This is the right time to start whatever you wish to do: content creation, public speaking, book writing, learning a new skill, taking a new course, whatever the case may be. And as you do so, the Lord bless you, strengthen you, and give you all the wisdom, grace to run with it. God bless you, and see you in the February series. Bye.